Hey everyone, Austin Wallace here, and welcome back to AW Reviews. Alright guys, so before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you all for turning to the channel. Appreciate all the views and new subscribers as of late. And the purpose of today's video is I'm going to be doing a review on my new Rev-X tuner by SCT with my 3 new 5-star tuning tunes. Alright y'all, so yes, you just did hear that correctly. The truck is officially tuned as of a week ago. I actually ended up winning the Rev-X device through a giveaway that American Trucks was doing, partnered with 5-star. So altogether, the total for everything would have been on sale for about $470. I ended up getting everything for free. The only thing I had to pay for was the windshield mount, which was $20 through American Trucks. So can't say enough good things about American Trucks. I've worked with 5-star so far all of last week, and they were able to fully customize my tunes to the truck. I'm running 3 custom tunes, an 87 performance and tow, a 87 economy, and a 93 performance in tow if I do want to run a tank of 93, which I am going to be doing soon. When I do that, I will be also making a new video on that as well. So for now, like I said, the truck's now been tuned for just over a week. I can't say enough good things about it. I can't believe the amazing work the team at 5-star was able to do with this 2.7, and not only just the 2.7 but also the 6R80 transmission. The transmission, out of everything in the tune, the transmission and the way it shifts now is probably one of my favorite things so far that the tune has revised. I can't believe how smooth they were able to make it. I know when you actually go onto 5-star's site, which I will put the link for their site down in the description. I mean, most people already know about 5-star, but I'll put it there anyway if you guys are wanting to tune your 2.7 if you haven't already done so, because I was hesitant to do so. I wasn't sure if I was going to be tuning this truck, and if I was going to, I didn't think it would be maybe for the next few years. But once I had this giveaway through American Trucks, I jumped on it right away and got lucky enough to actually end up winning the device, and then speak with the representatives at 5-star to get the tunes made up and ready for this truck. So can't say enough good things about that team. Tony, Jake, and Will, if you guys are watching this, you guys are fantastic. They were the ones who kind of walked me through the process of how this all works, because it was fairly new to me. I knew about tuning, and I knew obviously a whole bunch of other guys in all the different 2.7 groups I'm in, and a lot of F-150 groups who have their 2.7s and 3.5s and 5.0s tuned, and they have nothing, but good things to say about all the brands they're using. And I have nothing against any brands. I mean, you have Livernois, you have OZ, you have MPT, Goose tuned, which again is more for Raptors. But again, out of all these brands, you usually hear nothing but good things. And so 5-star was just the partner for this particular giveaway, and so they were the ones I worked with. But amazing staff, amazing customer service. They were quick to respond. I ended up having to make some tuning revisions, as I wanted to keep my auto start stop, because I do sit at lights a lot, and I do somewhat don't mind the future of it turning off to save a little bit of fuel. I know people would argue with me that it's harmful, but in that sense I just like it more to be able to use it when I am sitting at lights. So they were able to make some late revisions, and then again they were able to email me those tunes right away and have it loaded on the device, or have me loaded on the device via email and get it good to go. So yeah guys, the truck is performing the best I've ever felt it perform. This video today is more going to just be reviewing the tuner itself. I'm not going to go in depth on how to program the truck, on what the actual device can do. There's lots of other guys out there who do those videos a lot better than I could. So for now, today is more just going to be overall review of how this tune works on my particular vehicle, what I've noticed, what's different, and you guys are going to be taking a ride with me today. I'm going to have you guys on my GoPro headset, on my hat. We're going to take a drive. I'm actually going to be on my way to the gym today anyway, so it's a perfect opportunity to film some content and put it on here for you all to see. And yeah, it should just be a fun video. I've really, ever since I got the tuner last week, I've been looking forward to making this video, and really the only reason I didn't make it sooner is because I was waiting for that windshield mount to come in the mail, and it did. And I'm also in a second going to show you guys how I personally rigged up the system. And while I'm driving, you guys will be able to see the gauge configuration I have. You can have multiple different gauge configurations, however many things you want to see. I think you can have 8 at once. I just have 4. I have boost, intake temperature, coolant temperature, and throttle position and voltage, which those are all things I like to monitor and think are really neat to monitor. So that's why I have the gauge all rigged up in the way I do. So like I said, I'm currently on the 87 performance and tow tune. And again, nothing but good things to say about it. Throttle response is so much better. That with my Speedform throttle controller I have is absolutely amazing. It's so fast off the line, instant throttle response. The second you look at that pedal, it's going, which I love. And like I said, the transmission shifts so much smoother. First gear is almost nothing anymore, where I always found first gear with the 331 used to be super high, and now it's seconds. And even when it does shift from first to second or second to third, it's such crisper shifts. It's very hard to say, apparently. Very crisp shifting, very sporty feeling, not so much of a lag in between the shifts. And overall, just a super good feeling while driving. It's fast. It's a lot faster than it was before. There's even dyno charts you can look at for your particular truck or F-150 on 5-Star site, and they actually talk about all the things they touch in terms of when they're programming these tunes. And they actually even have dyno graphs to show you how much power the truck makes and torque when it's on 87 and 91 and 93. So I believe, from what I remember reading, this truck on the 87 performance tune makes an extra 50 horsepower and I think around 100 pound-feet of torque. So if you go to something like 93, it's going to make about 75 horsepower and about 120 pound-feet of torque, which, like I said, I am going to do that eventually. Just for now, I'm trying to save some coin by not running 93 if I'm just daily driving every day on 87. So that's what I'm currently running. I love it. And to me, what I love about this tune so far is that the truck doesn't really have to scream and get up and go in order to, make you feel the power. It's very seamless. I actually said to myself, it almost feels like the newer F-150s with the 10 speeds. It seems like, you can be doing 20-30 mile an hour. You can put your foot into it, and all of a sudden you look down and you're doing 60 or 70 mile per hour, and the truck didn't even really have to work that hard. So that's what I find so far is super nice about the 87 tune, is that it's very seamless power. The truck doesn't seem to have to work as hard anymore, which I find super cool. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to show you the device here and how I personally have it rigged up. The truck is a little dusty right now. I apologize for that. It's around 110 here in Texas right now, so I'm not really in a huge mood to wash it in these temps. So apologize if y'all are noticing it's not as clean as my other videos, because it isn't. But here's my setup, guys. So there's the device mounted up, and this is how I personally rigged it. So with the mount, it comes kind of with an L-shaped HDMI connector, so the cord's not sticking out so far. And then what I did is I ran it through here. I popped off this side panel, which is easy to pop off, ran it through, and all the way down to the OBD2 connection right there. Looped up the rest of the cord, zip tied it off, can't even notice it, and like I said, the only part of the cord you see is where it connects right here, which is super cool. So yeah, guys, that is the tuner. So I think the next step is to get this puppy fired up, get this GoPro mounted on my head, and take you guys for a ride to the gym. See y'all in a sec. All right, y'all, so we're officially in the truck here, and I'm gonna get it running because it's super hot and I need AC. So this is the first actually driving video I've done since having this truck, other than when I filmed with my 2011 F-150 back when I lived in Canada. So this is a pretty exciting video for me to do today. definitely looking forward to it for sure. Y'all can kind of see the setup I have here. And Apple CarPlay, got my wrapped steering wheel that I showed you guys in the last video I did. And yeah, that's basically it interior wise. Pretty much stock other than that. So, and obviously the new device, as you can see, you got my gauges running. There's my boost, my intake temp, my coolant temp, and pedal position. I absolutely love the gauge configuration on these devices. And like I said, if you guys want to understand more how to program the vehicle or all the different settings in the device, SCT has tons of videos on YouTube you can watch. And like I said, when they go over things, they'll do it a lot better than I could today. So today, right now, I'm just gonna head for the gym, show you guys how the truck runs with the tune. I actually think I'm gonna put the truck in sport mode halfway there, because I haven't even tried the 87 performance tune and sport mode at the same time, because to me, so far, I haven't needed it. The truck runs amazing without sport mode right now, but I think today I'm gonna try it just to see what it does, because I'm kind of intrigued. All right, guys, so let's take off here and get going. Like I said, it's super nice to be able to monitor all those gauges while driving. It really makes it nice just with the windshield mount to be able to look over at a quick glance and be able to see, you know, what the intake temp is, and especially boost. I've always wanted to see boost. That's the only thing about the XLT F-150s when they don't have the fully digital gauge cluster like the Lariats and Up have, is that you can't see your boost when you're looking for it, unless you have that higher up model where it shows the little digital gauge of it. I wish these XLTs have that feature, but now it doesn't matter because I'm able to see it accurately on the tuner at a quick glance. So super nice feature. And once I get on the highway here, I'm also gonna roll down the windows to satisfy the viewers of my exhaust video, because I know most of the comments in that video have been people wanting to hear the in the cab or flybys of the Flowmaster Flow FX I have here on the 2.7. I won't be able to get flybys today just because I don't have anyone else helping me film, and at this point I don't really feel comfortable trying to find a road and leaving my camera or GoPro to sit there while I drive by. It's not like we live in a bad area, it's just I don't feel comfortable doing that. I'd rather have someone else help me film, and I just don't have that ability today. So the best I can do for y'all now wanting to hear what it's like in the cab is just windows down while driving. So I think I'm going to do that here at this light actually right now. Roll down my two front windows for you guys and my back right, so that way y'all can hear it. Alright, here we go, guys. So I'm going to come around the corner here and floor it. So as you saw, that was pretty darn quick. Definitely likes to throw you back in your seat now, and yeah, it's super smooth. I mean, that wasn't even full throttle yet. That was about just over half, and that's really all this truck needs now to get it going. Very seamless power. Transmission shifts are super smooth, and just overall great driving feel. And like I said, I think the thing that's still my favorite is by far the transmission and how it shifts. I mean, I'm already in 6th gear at 58 mph, whereas before I wouldn't even go into 6th gear until probably 60 or 62 just because of my tire size. But again, you can input your rear axle ratio and your tire size right into the tuning device, so that way it can also play around with how the PCM wants the engine and truck to run in order to accommodate for those different changes, which is just fantastic, and again makes things so much smoother while driving. So again, transmission shifts so smoothly. Super nice gear changes. Alright y'all, so I'm just going to demonstrate some passing power here. And that's 70 mph. So like I said, when you want the power, it is just unreal how quickly it responds and gets up and goes. It's very seamless, and I mean, I do have the exhaust, which you can hear, I'm sure, and you can hear it working, but at the same time, I found before without the tune, it really had to, you know, get into the high revs for what it wanted, and which it still does that now, but it feels completely different. It feels a lot smoother, better transitions from, you know, that low power band to the high power band, and overall super fun to drive for sure. Alright y'all, I'm trying to get some more exhaust for you guys. Apologize for the wind noise, guys. It's about as good as I can get just with the roads we're on today in terms of wind noise. So hopefully all were able to hear that to the best of the ability. And like I said, eventually I will have a video where I'm able to get some drive-bys and fly-bys so you guys can really hear what that Flowmaster sounds like. Alright y'all, so we just got to the gym now. Hopefully be able to show you guys my mins and maxes on the Rev-X device. So the highest boost I saw on this trip was 19.29 psi, which is pretty good. Again, that wasn't even the hardest pull I've done, and it was pretty solid. Intake air temp, the hottest it's seen was 141. It's now showing 113, which is pretty good, which is especially for these temps. Coolant temp is currently at 203. I've noticed so far this truck runs pretty darn cool for being the small package that it is, and the pretty high cylinder pressures you have in these EcoBoosts. I've noticed this truck usually hovers around that 203, 204 temp. The max it saw right now is 211.35, which again is still running very good. Pedal position, like I said, the highest it saw was that pull out of my neighborhood, which was 394, and resting it's around that 0.7576. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go get this workout in, and I will pick up the video on my drive back home when I'm able to do some 0 to 60s from some stoplights, and then I'll end the video back at the house and show you guys what also I have under the hood that I actually forgot to show y'all in the update video I put out a few weeks ago. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright y'all, so I'm leaving the gym now. About to hit a little Excel. Officially time to kick it into sport mode, see what she can do here. Holy crap. That is crazy. Once the boost kicks in at around 2000 RPM, the truck just doesn't stop. It just wants to keep going. That is crazy. And what's also nice to see is that I'm already in 6th gear while in sport mode. That's really nice to see too. I know in stock configuration it usually locks you to 6th gear, which I also found annoying, as most people do. but I mean, I'm holding steady at even cruise at 64 mile per hour in sport mode at only 1500 RPM exactly. Temps are all still great, boost is good, intake temp's pretty low. Man, even in sport mode, it's super solid. Well, there you have it, guys. I'm gonna wrap up this drive and I shall pick up the video again once I'm back home. Alright, y'all, so we're back in the garage on the way back from the gym. And just gonna wrap up the video here and show you guys what I have under the hood that I forgot to show you all in the last video when I was showing you all the other mods I had done. So I'm about to do that. But before I do that, I'm gonna give you guys some more context about 5-star tuning and how awesome they are, because they also sent this free 5-star koozie, which is super awesome looking, really good materials, and this is the actual box for the Rev-X device by SCT. It's hard to see, but on the mount where the actual device is located, the magnetic part that sticks to the mount actually says 5-star on it and is removable to reveal the unit serial number. But basically what that magnet looks like is their logo right here. But again, cannot praise those guys enough. I'll be having links in the description of where you can get all this stuff through American Trucks and their website. So that way you guys can tune into that and get your truck tuned. Alright, y'all, so I'm going to pop the hood here and show you what I got. Also, I'll have a link to these jam handles in the description. I got them probably about a month ago and they're super cool. They're just 3M adhesive that stick onto the inner door panel here, so that way you're not having to put your hand on the paint. And being that I have a black vehicle, I was sick of that and having other people put their hands on there and getting fingerprints everywhere, so these are fantastic. You can get 2-prong, 3-prong, or 4-prong, and yeah, they've been great, so really helped the paint for sure. Give y'all one last look at the Rev-X device. And what's nice is that when you turn the truck on, you can configure it to where it instantly goes to the gauges like I have mine, and then when you turn the truck off, the device turns off with it, which is super cool. Alright, y'all, so when you guys last saw under the hood of this truck, I believe all I had was a catch can. So since then, I still have the J&L oil separator catch can, which I actually just dumped out yesterday as I did an oil change. Since then, I also got this Cobb coolant reservoir cover off of American Trucks. I've also done custom painting myself to the EcoBoost and the top leaf symbols on the engine cover, which I think just give it a nice touch. And then the biggest upgrade under the hood, which I got around the December time, was this SMB cold air intake, and I actually got this off of Stage 3 Motorsports because they're awesome too, and I'll have a link for this in the description too. Give you guys an above view there. So other than that, and now this 87 performance tune, the truck is still stock other than, you know, bigger tires and exhaust and all that other good stuff. But this intake's been fantastic. Being that it's still a sealed system, you don't have a whole bunch of intake noise. I know I had a friend of mine film a video when I was doing revs when the hood was up, and you could hear it a little bit, just a little bit more intake noise, nothing crazy though. But I personally didn't want a open box filter. I really like the look of the closed looks, and I know from what I've seen they perform a little bit better because they're more like the stock box configuration. Sometimes you can find that the open air ones, I think the InGen one's pretty good for not being like that, but I know some of the other ones like the K&Ns or ones like that, you can actually be pulling in more hot air because it's not sealed off like this, especially here when it's so hot right now in Texas. So there y'all go. That's under the hood. And with that, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I appreciate y'all returning back to the channel. I have loads more to come, especially some more videos on the tuner itself and what all I have planned for it. Like I said, I'm eventually going to be doing the tank of 93 in the truck, and I'll load on the 93 performance tune that I currently have on the device as well. It takes about anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes to program the truck when you do it. So I will obviously prepare that day when I do plan to shoot that video. But I really look forward to filming that for y'all and getting that out as soon as I can. When I have someone who can actually help me film exhaust flybys, I will also get that filmed and posted as soon as possible for y'all, because I know you guys are still asking for that, and I apologize that I wasn't able to get it today, but I'm hoping that some of the in-cab flies I did today were able to help a little bit, get a little bit more insight on what it sounds like in the cab. But overall, like I said, truck's been fantastic. Zero problems with it since day one. Super happy that it's tuned now. Love the way it drives, love the way it performs, the way it sounds, whole 9 yards. So thank y'all for tuning in. This has been AW Reviews, and I'll see y'all next time.